Hi, Davi here, and today we have a new episode in the Art Review series. And today we'll be checking out the work of Pepper, or at Pepper Rase, here on Twitter or X. So I did find this artist recently, and what actually got my attention was because I was scrolling through my homepage here on X, and I think the color palette got to me because it's not the usual like bright, vibrant colors. I mean, obviously there is color, but it's a little on the gray. It's more on the grayer side, I think, or it's a little more desaturated, even though there's clearly some color, right? It's not too like just out there. It's a little tame, but in a good way. Like it's easy on the eyes. Um, looking at this sketch, wait, I think I did see, because I believe I saw a different post here of the same image, but okay, it's this one. So they do the inks traditionally, very interesting, and then they color it digitally, right? They even did the environment. It's pretty cool. Let me just see the final sort of colored version. Oh yeah, I'm guessing they lowered the opacity a little bit of the ink work. Wait, is it the right? Yeah. And they do add a little bit of like a violet reddish tint to the line. Sorry, to the lines. I actually thought this was mostly like everything was drawn and rendered. I mean, it is rendered digitally, but or colored digitally, but I thought it was drawn digitally as well. But very cool to know that they kind of have this hybrid process. So they do have some hatching, but it's not everywhere. It's very minimal. Wow, it's so cool. If you look at their brushwork, this brush over here does have a little bit of a soft edge to it. Very interesting. But most of it is like cell shaded. It's not like blended too much or rendered. Like everything, like you have the flats, you have the shadows, the lights. You have a couple of values, right? Very interesting eyes. Reminds me a little bit of the eyes of Malkima from Chainsaw Man. Pretty cool. Even this whole skeleton thing in the back is so cool. There is some hatching, right? To darken up like the shadow parts of the shadow parts, or the other side, or the interiors, I guess, of the skeleton. So it gives it more of a it just adds more volume, right? And makes it look less flat. But overall, it's actually kind of hard to see the hatching. Okay, maybe it's because they do again lower the value of it. Like it's not too dark, the lines. They do edit it, I'm guessing in Photoshop or Clip Studio Paint, who knows. I'm very impressed because I really thought this whole thing was done digitally. But I did see like oh shit, let me see this. Well, damn. 3-point perspective here, super cool dynamic shot. Welcome to DAVIII Nova. Interesting. Yeah, because I did see like a snapshot. Yeah, this one, it's an iPad sketch. Oh, I love the halftones. So I'm guessing this is Procreate, right? Yeah, and their halftones are not, sorry, I think I just spit on myself. Anyway, I think the halftones here are kind of dynamic. Like they're not boring, because there are halftone textures, or I think it's more of the implementation. Because these halftones seem like they're different types of halftones, so it makes the sketch, I think, look a lot more interesting. Because you have that variety, right? Which is, even though you're just limited to like the grayscale and halftones, I mean, you have some parts here where it's just black, but the halftones have a good amount of range to their work, or to their it looks varied in terms of texture. I do see like a bit of color here. I'm not sure what to call this. It's like a rainbow sort of effect. I like it. Yeah, I like their line work. Very dynamic, very smooth. I'm not sure if I'm guessing this is Procreate, but I'm not sure if it has like a stabilization. I'm guessing it has. I used to not like it, but it does make everything a little better. Especially if you have like shaky fingers or hands, right? I like it. It reminds me a little bit of, I don't know, Kim Jacinto, just a bit. You know what? Let me write his name down. Kim Jacinto. Because I do write artists. I try to find artists that are similar to the artist I'm reviewing at the moment. So maybe Kim Jacinto is a good guy. He also does comics, so yeah, I just like the way comic people, manga people do their line work. It's so just refined. What's this? I'm guessing this was done digitally. Looks like it to me. Can we zoom? Yeah. Yeah, if you look at the tips of the hair, it reminds me again of he does that too. It's kind of thicker at the end a bit. But also Kai Aruna something. Is it Urana? I think she has like a new there's an anime that's coming out that's based off of her work. I think it's K Urana something. And I think the hair is a very like these tips over here. Let me just draw it for you. Like these ones. Like it's a common thing in her work. They almost look like coral. You know those coral things in like the sea. Jesus, my biology. Is it biology? It's not good. But I like the inks too. Even though if you zoom in, it's not all the way tight, but it looks well done or finished. Oh shit, maybe even who's the big one? Yoneyama Mai? I think she's a good Yoneyama Mai. Ah, I like it. Even without the colors, it already looks pretty good. I love the eyes, big eyelashes, nice nose. In comics or Western comics, I think they do like to draw or add a little more form to the nose. In anime or manga, they like to like simplify it. Sometimes they'll just draw the shadows. So it's a lot more. It's basically like essentially like this is the only part of the. Oh shit! It's so thick. Easy. It's only this usually like the shadow, but outside of the eastern sphere, they like to add like a bit of an indentation for the nostril or nostril. Some like it's just a lot more 3D, I guess. And they do it in a good way because it's not so cluttered. Because I do understand why people want to simplify like the amount of lines in the face, just because it can be too much. Like you don't need to see every single line, and it kind of ruins the readability of the emotion sometimes if you have too much detail on the face. I love the eyes. It reminds me of another artist, comic artist. I forgot her name. Let me just write. It's a female. It's a chick. I'll right now I'll say in my notes over here. You can't see it, but female comic. Because I did do an art review of her work, but she does a lot of like traditional sketches. Traditional, because it's common in like the comic community for people to like do sketches on their like stands and everything. Traditional sketches. I forgot her name. I think she's Latina or something. I don't know. Wait, let me just turn this off. Maybe even well, let me see the colored version here. I do like it. Yeah, this one, it only has flats. There are some effects for like the fire thing. Wait, is it fire? Or she has some kind of power that looks sort of like fire. I think it's her hair. Like the tip of her hair is sort of glowing, I guess. Pretty cool. It has like a flame sort of element to it. But yeah, even at this, look at the color palette. It's kind of gray, kind of desaturated, but it's not boring. Because that's the assumption. If it's too like desaturated or if it's kind of gray, it's not gonna excite you. But I think this excites me. Right? No shadows. It's all just flats. So I'm not sure if this is just a sketch, but you know, again, like I mentioned, even without the colors, it already looks good. But obviously, adding like the flats and these like patterns, and even like coloring some of those like lines. I'm guessing via like locked pixels or something. It just adds, you know, you understand a little more of what's going on. Like they have gray hair, you know, they're wearing this kind of, it's like an aquatic thing. I'm not sure what these ridges are, but I'm guessing it's like armor, a very flexible type of armor. Looks like it anyway. I love the face, the eyes, the lips, the hair. Let me just go back and see some more stuff here. Oh, kawaii. Oh, so I'm guessing this is her love interest. Who knows? Look at that. Super clean. I like it. Look at that. I love the hair. I'm guessing these are like band-aids, like these white things here, band-aids. So it looks like she has the powers, but this guy is kind of, wait, what? Do they both have the same powers? So it's a ghost punk. So check that out if you're interested. Reminds me a little bit of who's that guy? Jean Shin for some reason. Jean Shin. Their colors can often be desaturated as well, but they have like a lighter tint to their work, so it looks a little more like pastel like. These are, yeah, it's the same character, but it's sort of colored differently. I think. Oh wow. Yeah, basic brushes. You don't need much. So they did soften up the edge here with like a mixer brush or a blending tool or something. Which I like this sort of minimalistic way of rendering. Oh yeah, I've also noticed some artists like they will add like the flat for the face, right? Well, actually, it's too thin. Let's make it thicker. Oh yeah. They'll add like a flat color, obviously, and then they'll add a gradient or like a soft brush. Because in the grade when you're using gradient tools, you can have like an option for a radial effect. And they'll do this thing where one spot, because right now I can tell like this spot is a little light and it kind of fades out to being dark. So the point is, when you add like a soft wash or gradient, it makes the flat look less flat, even if you don't totally like sculpt it. Like it's just one wash, one gradient. I think it helps a little bit to make it less. It just adds more volume, and I think I see this a lot with like webtoon types of artwork. And I think it's a good sort of shortcut to, like, you don't have to render things to an extreme. Just by adding like a soft gradient or like a soft, and just doing like a quick pass with a soft brush. I think it. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee. I think that's all you need. You can do more, obviously. I'm not saying stop there, but yeah. Oh no, he's hot. Interesting. So you can see like a jump in like style change, but their proportions, let's say for the face, it's kind of similar, but there's a little more refinement as they progress, I guess, obviously. Yeah, Zane Chen has been doing more stuff like these where, because I think he's more popular with his like painted stuff, but I think recently he has been focusing more on drawings, but the color palette is still somewhat the same. Kind of like this, but it has a lighter tint. Look at that. I like it. So it has like tribalistic vibes to it. traditional something, like ethnic vibes. Like no one really dresses like this anymore, right? Which is kind of sad. But you know, I like the hoops, kind of thick. It feels heavy though. I love the beads, so maybe it's some kind of religious thing. Who knows? Maybe it's associated with her powers. I'm not even sure what this person is. I'm guessing like just a deity, maybe a half deity, or just a cool chick with powers, right? Wait, did we see this one? I think we saw this. Oh yeah, it's the same character, but there's a change in like the colors, I guess. So let me go further up. Look at this guy. Oh wow. Nice abs. Oh, look at those arms, so pretty. Kind of skinny, but muscular skinny, you know? The decent muscle. Oh, I can tell like these green parts over here. They're done on their own sort of layer. Oh no, they're not. I think it was drawn manually. Because you can save time by drawing these like details on its own layer, and then you'll just hit on border effects on say XPPen, or you'll hit stroke on blending options in Photoshop, and then it automatically like adds like a border to whatever you're painting, right? But in this case, I think she just or he or they just drew it in. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's very, the way they're coloring too. It's I think it's just a flat, and then you have a shadow, and then you have some the light part is just white, so it's kind of it has a little bit of the high exposure effect. And yeah, I think it looks good to just make the areas that's being hit by the light just white, but the light is white. Because and then you add the colors in the areas in shadow. Because I think it has more contrast that way, right? Anyway, oh, this guy has a bunch of band-aids again. So maybe he's like, oh yeah, he's a fighter. He has like a big freaking sword here. I love the colors. I'm guessing it's imbued with some kind of magical power or something. Wait, maybe some of these details are on their own layer, because I don't think she draws or they draw all of it. I like the calves, long legs, shorter torso. So I'm guessing this guy is somewhat tall, kind of tall. Smoking. Okay, kind of a bad boy, I guess. Kind of rebellious. Come on, bucko. I just like the anatomy, especially this guy, like this version, this shirtless top thing. I like it. Like it's very minimally, like they're not overdoing it. You know, the line work is kind of like I don't see hatching in any kind of way. But when they do add the shadows, it's not even that dark. And maybe that's my mistake. Just make it a little bit lighter, and that's enough to sort of add volume to your muscles, right? Or to your forms. Interesting. Let me just find more stuff here. Wait, do we have more images? Okay, let me just go back. There we go. Ghost Punk. Oh, we can zoom in. Yeah, based on the line work, I'm guessing this was also drawn traditionally, and then it was touched up digitally. Yeah, I guess when you do things traditionally, like it's almost default that your work will have like a rawer, like a rawer. It has more of a raw feeling, just more direct vibe. And I think it works well with making people feel things more. Because if everything is too like clean or too like polished, and you don't see like these little textures here and there, it's kind of it can take away from the not too much, but it's there's something about it that's just nice to see. Reminds me a little bit of I don't know, Sean Murphy, I think, for some reason. I don't know if that's a good comparison. Because I think Sean Murphy's a comic artist as well. Just some of the way these details are done, like the foliage here, right? And the hatching technique. Wait, let me just write. I think the guy's name is Sean Murphy. Who knows? Hopefully I'm right. Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy. And again, the color palette, it's a little on the, or more on the grayer side. So here we have the inks traditionally done. Let me zoom in. And we'll see the full version as well, the colored version. Let's look at the inks first. So I'm not sure how big this is, 11 by 17 maybe? Or just an A4, I don't know. Wait, let me just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's a big board. But the thing is, it just takes a lot of time to do this because it's so big. Or am I just guessing wrong? So they're using micron pens or Pigma pens. Some white sort of gel pens here. I think this is the Sumo grip pencil. I think the thicker your pen is, the more comfortable it is for most people, just because you have more to like hold on to. But yeah, the inkwork has a nice finish. It has a nice finish. And I like how they're not too crazy with the black fill-ins. Because in comics, or even manga, you will have some parts. Some people like to like add entire shapes of like just black. They'll fill in huge areas with just black. But here they allow a lot of white space. And they're doing that just because, they want to add more color, right? And because when you do this like black fill-in kind of thing, it can help with storytelling. Like it has a very strong contrasting look, and you're easily gonna be able to see like the lighting of something. So it has a different effect, and you will see this a lot in like superhero types of comics. Just think like Batman, Superman, stuff like that, where it has more of an epic feel. But for stuff like this, I think they want to show off the details a little bit, right? Not like this. Yeah. So they're holding like there's a skull on their sword here. Maybe this is more of a cover. Who knows? Yeah, the lines again have like a reddish tint to it. And some of them are actually just colored red, like totally. Yeah, it looks really good. Even zoomed in, it looks good. And the way it's rendered, it looks like it was like it has a Copic or alcohol-based marker feel to it for some reason. And I'm guessing because they don't have a lot of texture when they're painting. I mean, maybe this one over here, like these arrows, but it's mostly on like the edge. It has like a jittery edge, but everything else is kind of just flat to an extent. And yeah, it has like a little bit of the transparent feel as well, like the coloring. So maybe that's why it contributes to that alcohol marker feel or vibe. Interesting. Some poses, character poses. Let's take up both of them. Oh, I like the one at the top. I'm not sure who this is, but the gray body, elf ears, and the pink. Is it pink or it's kind of red orange, kind of like dress? Wait, is that it? We can zoom in. Oh, I do like that colored bordered look they're doing. It's very Art Nouveau-ish. And again, look at the brushwork. It's very minimal. Hard brushes, hard round brushes. But I also see a little bit of a gradient. Look at how it goes lighter and then darker as you go further down to the hand. And again, just by adding that one wash or that one gradient, it just adds that natural volume. Right? And I think they have a bit of a core shadow here painted in. Right? Same thing here. Some highlights over here. Pretty cool. I like it. Very minimal, but it's... The line work is... I don't see a lot of hatching. It's very minimal. Yeah, as even though the line work is cool, I think it works better. Or works really well when they start adding the colors. Because if you want your inks to stand alone, I think you have to do quite a bit of hatching, adding some black fill-ins, but again, they like to leave a lot of room for the colors to show off. So that's why their lines are a bit minimal, or the ink work is a bit minimal. Yeah, they have a good balance. I do like it. Kawaii. Pretty cool. I think this is the dun chick, but she's wearing something different. Oh, I think we opened up this guy. Let me just zoom in. Oh, right, just flats, but they look cool. So the guy also has powers. Look at that. Clean, clean, clean. Yeah, that skull sort of thing with the sword, that's a cool concept right there. Look at that. Ooh. It has like the... those like cowboy-esque... Like, these dangling things. I've seen them before in a cowboy outfits or like in Native American sort of attire. Like a distinct like old classic Western films or themes, concepts. It's kind of like that, but at the same time it has like a punk sort of look to it as well, like these gloves with a finger showing, and they're mostly wearing like they're wearing a hoodie, some gray pants, gray shoes. It's sort of like punk. Is it punk or kind of gothic to an extent? I don't know. Interesting. And I like the combination because you don't want to have like, you want to have some kind of balance. For example, this guy, the character, this guy, they don't have a lot of color. Like most of the color is actually coming from their sword in the back. Like the only color this guy mainly has is gonna be like the jacket and maybe the shirt, but it's very minimal. It's like less than half, like 30-20% of their body, or their whole character. That's where most of the color is, at their like jacket, shirt, and then most of the like the vibrancy, even though it's not too like strong, it's coming from the sword. And maybe that's why it's a little bit desaturated, because the desaturation, the gray-ish sort of vibe from every other thing kind of helps boost the vibrancy via contrast of this thing, even if this is not as bright, like the power effects of this like glowing sword thing. It looks a lot brighter just because of a lot of the grays from the character. So I guess that's how they're achieving that sort of same thing here. This color alone is not too like strong or vibrant, but if you add like a lot of grays alongside it, it kind of helps, again, via contrast to help boost it a bit. So I think they've found like a nice way of doing just that. Oh, look at this. So we have like an ink, and then we have the colored version here. Oh, okay. Let me just see the inks first. Very clean. Again, lots of open space because they do plan on coloring this thing. I like the hand, very simplified. Is that a mouth on her neck? Interesting. Oh, I think they're holding one, just like a dead bear suit. And yeah, I guess it's harder to say because you don't really understand. Maybe a little bit, but it's gonna make a lot more sense the moment you add color. And again, I think that's the look they're going for. They're not just stopping here. Like they have the intention of adding some color to it. Yeah. So I like this sort of, what's this, hair? But this guy's wearing a bear suit. I'm guessing they killed one. Pretty cool. Cool concept. I like how, oh, it's a round brush, but they're showing a little bit of the brush strokes, so it adds a little bit of texture at the same time, without necessarily using intense texture brushes. And it can also suggest a bit of fur, I guess, because you can seeing these like random brush strokes. Well, not random, but seeing like those edges, those overlapping strokes. It adds a bit of. It can suggest some kind of inconsistency, which you would see in like something like fur. So I like it, but most of it is still like flat for the most part, right? I think it's mainly applied to the fur or the suit that this guy's wearing. And this chick, oh shit, she has like a head of a bear that's dead. I'm guessing she killed it or something. Very interesting. It has an eye on its tongue for some reason. So maybe it's a spiritual bear that they murdered, killed, or they had to. Who knows? Yeah, look at how it's still fairly desaturated, right? But these like bright red things, even in like the eyes, the cheeks, it just it pops out even more just because of the cool grays here and the warm grays over here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You know, Adam Hughes is a comic artist who likes playing with cool grays and warm grays as well. I want to see if, let's just quickly, is that a thing? Are they playing with cool grays and warm grays? Let me just mention Adam Hughes, because especially when they're doing like I think they're using Copic markers, Adam Hughes. When they make their sketches or renderings with those markers, they usually combine cool grays with warm grays. So it kind of like this specific post reminded me of Adam Hughes. Is this the artist? Oh, it's a chick. Okay, so I was right. I knew it. Oh, sorry. I adore your color palette. Yeah, it's the colors. They're kind of they stand out in a way. But again, they stand out not because of the like the oversaturation. They're actually on the more desaturated side, but somehow it pops out, you know, people notice this. And I'm glad I'm not the only one, obviously, so there you go. Interesting. Oh, it's the elf one again. I think it's the same one. This one, I believe. Is it the same character? I guess so. Looks like it anyway. Like the hair. Oh, so the gray is like, sorry. This gray is the suit? Or is it her actual skin? I think it's a suit. Interesting. Let me just go back. Oh. Look at that. Come on. I like the nose. It's still minimalistic, but it has more of a... There's more line work there, right? Is she crying? Or is that just her like makeup thing? Let me see more. What's this? Image comics? Let me open some more stuff here. Oh, look at this guy. Oh. And this one as well. Pretty cool. What is this? There's like a skeleton on top of the, or under the hood under the, on top of the engine of the car. Interesting. Is that a cat? It even has like earrings. Pretty cool. It's a cool concept. Okay, I like it. Oh wow. It reminds me of like the, what do you call it? Like, it's like Halloween in Mexico. Like they have a parade for the dead or something. Because they have like a lot of skulls when they do that parade. Like, oh my god, like the zinc. Oh shit, it's fucking over. I don't know, but you know what I mean. It's like a celebration in Mexico where they celebrate the dead. I think it's like Halloween or their version of Halloween anyway. Because they kind of feature like skulls too, often in there, like in that event. So maybe it's inspired by that. Who knows? I love the bike. It even looks like it was customized to look like bones, like the framing anyway. Pretty cool. Look at that. Come on. Yeah, that sword looks amazing. The sword plus this the skeleton combination, pretty cool. I like these ones too. Oh, there's like a yellow, slight yellow border. Kim Jacinto likes doing that in their work. Adding like a yellow border. But I've seen that mostly in, especially when they do traditional sketches or inks. And I think they do it with a color pencil or something. That's my recollection of their work. Oh yeah, I've mentioned this too in like previous episodes. I've noticed some artists do this, where they will do a double line. Like it's sometimes they'll do one line, right? But sometimes they'll do something like this, where it's like two lines. Like quickly, it just adds some variety, but also your eye will like average will average like both of those lines. So in your mind, it can look like one line, even though you know it's two lines. So I think it's it also helps you draw more without being too concerned about making a mistake, because you have like a second chance. I know that's just my take, but I like seeing it. It's obviously you don't have to do it everywhere, but once in a while, I think it just adds a little bit of a variety, right? It has like a nice sketchy sort of vibe to it. I don't know. Again, not much hatching because they do, as you can see, they do add colors eventually to it. They're adding a little bit of a what's this? Sorry, I think my bad. They're adding a little bit of like a Terminator line over here. Is this subsurface scattering? I know subsurface scattering applies to mainly the skin, but does it affect hair? I don't know. But basically, the line between the darks and the lights, they're adding a bit of that. Oh, core shadow over here, I believe, maybe. Oh, some subsurface scattering here. Look at how most of the skin is like gray. She almost look kind of. She almost looks like a zombie in a way. But she doesn't necessarily look dead just because of the other colors. I don't know. Like she looks alive, right? Gray lips, gray eyelashes, gray hair. Is that I'm not sure what drink this is, but interesting. So I'm guessing she's more of the alcoholic type. And then the guy, because we've seen him like smoke cigarettes, so I guess they both have their addictions. Maybe, who knows? Oh yeah, her necklace has like it's like a mouth with teeth. Super cool. I like it. I like their work. So that's it for this art review of. Wait, what's her name again? Oh, Pepper. Pepper. What's this? Oh, it's from Romania. Interesting. Is Romania in Eastern Europe? Because I think it used to be part of the Soviet bloc, right? So is it like, who knows? It's European. That's the point. There you go. So that's it for this art review of Pepper or Pepper Rase here on X or Twitter. So check out their Ghost Punk at Image Comics. They do commission work as well, and they accept tips from Ko-fi or through Ko-fi. And yeah, so I will link this page in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.